Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you what keyframes are and how to edit with them. Now, what are keyframes? Keyframes are used to animate a clip or a value or an effect within Premiere Pro. Now that's probably their sole purpose, is to animate, to make things bigger, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to show you how to set up a keyframe and the basics of using keyframes. So let's jump straight into this and I'll show you what to do. So once you've got your clip up in Premiere Pro, what you want to do is, well, first of all, what do you want to do? So let's say I want to make this smaller and then gradually get bigger over time. So at the start of the clip it'll be at the value 50, and then by the end of it it'll be full screen. So what I want to do is that I want to click this little timer, toggle animation. What that's going to do, that's going to create a little keyframe, and that's going to create a keyframe. So if we go to the end of the clip and we change the value back to 100, that's going to create another keyframe, and over time my video is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's just the basics of keyframes. Now this can be applied to anything. So say I want to make my video go from left to right. I'll go all the way over here and then click the little stopwatch and go to the end of my clip. It doesn't have to be at the end of your clip. Wherever you want the animation to stop, put your playhead there. So for me, I want to put it at the end of my video. So I'm going to change that back. I can just click that little there. And then over the duration of the video, that keyframe is going to be executed and my video is going to drag to the end of the screen. So say you don't want to edit the actual clip, you want to edit effects with keyframes. So this could be something with an adjustment layer. If you want to find out more about adjustment layers, hit the little card in the top right hand corner. So we go to new item, adjustment layer, yeah, da 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 da. So we drag that onto the timeline, stretch it out, da 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 da. Maybe you want to make it blurry. So what I would go to effects, search blur, and where is it? Where's blur? Gaussian blur, where are you, Gaussian blur? Drag that on. There we go. The effect is on, but it's not executed. So if I go down to Gaussian blur and change the value to 100, it's now blurry. But say if I want to make the duration of the clip start, let's say I want to start at the start of the video where it's fully blurred, and then say about 30 seconds I want it to be unblurry. So now we're at 30 seconds. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna again click the little stopwatch, go to around 30 seconds and change the value back to 0. And then that's created two keyframes, one here and one at the start, and then over the duration of that time it's gonna get less and less blurry. And this can be applied to anything you want. So let's say I want to create some moving text. We have our text on the screen, make that enlarged, and let's say over the duration of, let's say 5 seconds, I want that to get bigger. Let's just reframe it and put it in the center of the video. There we go, edit, da 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 da. And then back to editing. If I want this text to be getting bigger over 5 seconds, I can create the little keyframes by hitting the toggle animation and then going to around 5 seconds and then changing the value to whatever I want. If I want it to double in size, I'll type in 200, not 2000, 200, and then over 5 seconds it would get bigger. Now I've used this multiple times within my work. You can see here, where I used the Gaussian blur and the opacity and the enlargement to recreate this cinematic opening for the National Diversity Awards that was shown in front of 600 people. And that really shows the power of keyframes, whatever you want to do. So if you want to create an advanced keyframe, so it's not just two values, it's got like more than two. So let's say at the start of the video I want to make it blurry again. So we're going to go to effects, search blur, and then get the Gaussian blur effect, and then apply that to our clip. There we go. And then we're going to go down to Gaussian blur, and then this is where it gets a little bit tricky. What we're going to do, we're going to type in the value 100 or whatever your value wants to be, click the toggle animation, and then let's say I want the animation to the keyframes to stop at 5 seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag my playhead to around 2 seconds, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to click this little add or remove keyframe. Now this is very important. This creates another keyframe with the same value where your playhead is. So when I click this, it's going to add another keyframe with that same value, which would be 100% blurriness. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to drag my playhead to around 3 seconds, and then I'm going to change the value to, I'm then going to click another keyframe, but when I get to around 5 seconds I'm going to change that to 0. So as we can see, those keyframes keep it consistent. So as we can see, our keyframes here keep the same value, but then when it gets to around this one, it starts to go down because this has a different value. There we go. Now here's a little quick tip. If you drag and select all of your keyframes and right click and hit Auto Bezier, that's going to create a nice smooth motion for your animation, instead of it being clunky and looks like it's being rushed. So if you select it all, right click Auto Bezier, that's going to soften out and make it smooth, make your animation smooth and clean. There you go, that looks way more better than what we had before. And you can tell because the icon has changed from like a little diamond to a circle. So that's just been a quick introduction to keyframes. I'll probably make another video going deeper into these keyframes because they are a little bit more complex than the basic editing. So if you want that, so subscribe, hit the bell so you don't never miss a video, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok for some quick tips and stuff like that. And if you've got any questions, if you want me to do any videos, make sure to leave in the comments below and I'll surely get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.